This is reported as the results of a Ukrainian raid in the Kursk region about 10 kilometers from the border. Ukrainians destroyed a Russian observation post.
Пиздец, косить.
Russian sources reported this morning about an alleged offensive of Ukrainian forces in the Kursk direction. According to them, several combat vehicles of the Ukrainian forces allegedly entered the territory of the so-called Russia and are moving towards the villages of Kurilovka and Goncharovka. Kursk region. The fighting continues. According to available primary data from several sources, the enemy managed to bring several armored vehicles into our territory. Direction Kurilovka and Goncharovka. The enemy is trying to break through with the surviving tanks. The situation remains difficult. The Ukrainian armed forces are shelling the city of Sudzha. Video from the city of Sudzha in the Kursk region, which allegedly came under fire this morning amid a reported move by Ukrainian forces towards the city. However, this is just the result of the shelling. There seem to be no liberation forces in the city yet.
My street. My car over there. A smashed house. One missile landed here. The BMW is fucked. My car is damaged by tarmac. I will now. This is my house. It landed here.
Russian channels claim that they prevented a Ukrainian breakthrough in the Kursk border region. Acting governor of Kursk region. Today, information is coming from the Sudzansky and Koronevsky districts about attempts by the Ukrainian armed forces to break through into the territory of the Kursk region. Fighters of the border service of the FSB of Russia and the armed forces of the Russian Federation prevented a breakthrough of the border. And we have the first photo of the aftermath at Morozovsk airfield, clearly showing the destroyed aviation weapons depot previously reported. The GUR confirmed strikes at Morozovsk airfield. A Su-34 fighter bomber and an ammunition depot were destroyed. Satellite images indicates 2 additional Su-34 aircraft were likely damaged by debris, with blast craters visible nearby. The explosion also caused secondary detonations, resulting in large areas of scorched earth. 4 technical buildings and 2 hangars at the airbase were significantly damaged. A Russian UAV command post was found hidden in a tree line. The 110th Mechanized Brigade destroyed it using FPVs and mortar fire. Russian Railways deputy head Sergei Kobzev told his subordinates the situation is critical. Complete collapse of the entire railroad network in Russia could happen in days. Railroad chiefs ordered to work to the limit and threatened with dismissal and execution for failure. leaked audio of Russian Railways Deputy Managing Director Sergei Kobzev in a meeting with his subordinates, in which he threatens them with execution by firing squad if they fail him. He says the Russian rail network is on the precipice of total collapse, 4 days away.
We are together making plans. We are 4 days away from a complete shutdown of the rail network, with all the tragedies, firing squads and associated matters and so on. We find ourselves in this condition. Therefore, I ask everyone to get this out of your heads. This here is our segment of the rail. Job well done to ourselves, and the rest are idiots. I stress, there is no longer such thing as this is my rail. We've entered a zone in which either you perform the task precisely, and it is checked in an hour or two whether you completed the task, and we readjust our approach with a different attitude, and we recover to a normal state, and only then you can discuss which are your segments, or the work will be completed by other people, and swiftly and reliably to boot. So I ask that you live with this every day. I promise you that we will be working hard during the holidays, and we will have a holiday, literally with tears in our eyes.
Russia has resumed using North Korean ballistic missiles against Ukraine, according to Defense Express. On July 31st, Russia launched a North Korean KN-23 missile towards Bila Tserkva, but it exploded in mid-air over Kyiv region. This is the first use of North Korean missiles in 5 months. These missiles have a longer range than the Iskander but are highly inaccurate, posing a risk of landing anywhere. Russian propagandist Mikhail Zvinchuk said that Russia is deliberately carrying out repeat strikes on targets in Ukraine in order to kill rescuers and firefighters who arrive after the first strikes. This is an admission of war crimes and the targeted killing of civilians.
At the beginning, there were 3 hits on the target, and after the firefighters arrived, the 4th drone arrived. This shows that we are changing the style of shelling. We are calculating the time to extinguish the fires and the evacuation teams to arrive. Before, we could only dream of something like this. But now we see the results of this.
By the way, this is the exact same tactics that is used by ISIS and Al-Qaeda in their bombings. Terrorist state and terrorist methods.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.